Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the Rachel Zegler redemption arc. You know that all the shills and the access media want this to happen because she is everything that they want in a young star. Incredibly impressionable, 1000% outspoken, and an unmitigated quoting mine. Okay, so they want her out there. They want her to succeed, mostly because they have no idea how stupid she can get on red carpets, and they like job security as much as the next person. So yeah, she's out there making the rounds for her stupid London play, which is, depending on which clickbait video you watch on YouTube, is either an unmitigated success or a dastardly failure of epic proportions. I would imagine the truth is very likely somewhere in the middle, mostly because I don't know a damn thing about, well, it's not Broadway stuff quite yet, but it's British equivalent to the west side of London, okay, the Palladium, all that kind of crap. But yeah, we'll take a look at some of that stuff. I'd imagine it's probably doing fine, mostly because I'm not hearing too much about its otherworldly failure or its unbridled success. But yeah, as it sits right now, we got dumb stuff like this and a very obvious reason as to why all of these old rags want her to continue. Rachel Zegler says that she believes the victim mindset is a choice. I choose positivity and light and happiness. Dude, there are so many clips that we could pull up. Okay, the most obvious one and the one that immediately comes to mind is her just crying into a camera saying, people would line up at the Louvre to see the Wings of Victory as it was broken and tattered in pieces. That's why people will come to see me, even though they will mock me and ridicule me. The victim mindset is a choice. Like, stop it. Stop it. You're insane. But keep going because it's hilarious. Happiness is absolutely a choice, and every day I wake up and I think I'm very lucky to live the life I live. Exactly. I choose positivity, like wishing that Trump supporters never know peace. It's a choice. It's a choice, and I'm so happy every day. He said in the new ID magazine cover story interview. It's so funny because I have that interview pulled up, but just some of the highlights first and foremost. I think a victim mindset is a choice, and I don't choose it. Added the West Side Story, Golden Globe winner. I also don't choose nastiness in the... Oh, fuck off, man. There's only so long, and mostly I was waiting so I could get the video monetized. But, bro, like, what kind of fucking bullshit is this? This is absolutely wild. I don't choose nastiness in the face of it. No. I choose positivity. I'm the beacon of inspiration, you fucking Nepo bitch. You got tapped on the shoulder, probably other places, by Steven Spielberg, and that's the only reason that you have a career. Like, stop it. You can continue to lie to yourself and whoever also wants to see if the carpet matches the drapes, but honestly, nobody believes you. Behind the scenes, we've heard some chatter that you are absolutely a diva, well beyond your years. That's about the nicest way that I can put it as well. But Zegler's comments follow the March release of Disney's live-action Snow White remake, in which she starred in the titular role amid racist backlash and online trolls and controversy over her use of social media to support political causes. All right, social media used to support political causes by saying, hey, all you chuds, get dunked on because my trailer is more popular than your trailer, and hashtag free Palestine. You're an idiot. But that's, her supporting causes, okay, reflecting on being outspoken about her values. Yes, so outspoken that a producer from the film had to fly out and meet with her and saying, listen, bitch, you're costing us millions every time you press a fucking enter button on the social media, so why don't you cool your shit for a second, because there are a bunch of mouths out there, just relying on you not fucking this up for the rest of us, so why don't you just chill for a second. But she's just simply outspoken, right? Zegler said, my heart doesn't have a fence around it, and if it is considered my downfall, those are worse things. Yeah, see, I'm so virtuous, I'm so right, and that's why I'm never going to change. That's why I'm going to lead cancellation campaigns against the likes of Jeremy Renner, Sean Bean, and Gina Carano. That's why my heart is so big for people like my co-stars that could be totally cut out of the movie because that's just Hollywood, baby. Or how it's weird if people want to hold up an 85-year-old classic that launched the company that you're supposed to be representing, saying that you're going to tell a totally different story, right? But yeah, it was just racist trolls. It was just bigots online that led to your unmitigated disaster at the box office. And now Rachel Zegler's Snow White bombed so hard fans waited to watch it for free because, yeah, it popped a rating on Disney Plus, okay, pulling in $205.6 million globally on a over 300 million. And yeah, this was filmed in the UK, so yeah, we are going to get the receipts for this. But the film struggled to gain traction from the start despite its massive marketing push. And Rachel Zegler coming out and, hey guys, we got the #1 movie in the world upon release, but failed to really follow up, kind of like Doom the Dark Ages. Oh, hey, we got 3 million players. How many sales you got? 3 million players. Good stuff. Its theatrical numbers landed it among Disney's worst performing live action adaptations, and that is, of course, until it hit D+, and ladies and gentlemen, 405% increase. More U.S. households watched Snow White on Disney Plus than on paid PVOD over its first 5 days. Oh! So even when it went digital, even when you could rent it on any service for what, like, because what's a digital rental? I've never done that in my life, mostly because I think that it's a gigantic waste of your money. But yeah, either rent or buy. I think like you can buy some of this stuff for $10 or $20, but I think it's $5 for a rental. They were like, nah, man, that's chill. We'll just wait for it to hop on that service that everybody and their mother hands out for free. Whether you're signing up for a new phone or, I don't know, just buying a bag of oranges, you get a free month of Disney Plus. They waited at a clip of about 4-1 for this steaming hot pile of garbage just to see how bad it is. That is hilarious. But still, that doesn't even give us any tangible numbers. Like, how many people actually watched it? Like, okay, cool, a big increase. But if 100 people watched it, but then 400 people watched it for free, well, 405 people watched it for free. That's still not great. But yeah, I mean, it was a hilarious bomb, okay? The fact that this thing is going to cost Disney $200-300 million when it's all said and done, it is wildly offset by the success that is Lilo and Stitch. Maybe by the time that you guys see this video, it has already eclipsed the billion, but is very much on its way. And that's it's just as much of a desecration as the source of the source material that Snow White is. And in fact, it's easier to divorce the live-action Snow White from the original seminal work. Like it's so vastly different that you can just look at this as just like a very bad parody movie, like one of those early 2000s epic movie, not another teen movie, Meet the Spartans type shit. Like you could just put it in that category, as opposed to Lilo and Stitch, which just grabs enough of the, animated classic where it just really does hurt your heart to see it turned into that live action abomination. But this is something that, yeah, because you heard after its release that, oh, that Tangled, live action Tangled, yeah, it's going to get put on the shelf for a second. But you always knew Disney was going to learn the wrong lessons from Snow White bombing. Oh, no, we just don't need to do any of that old shit. Nobody cares about that stuff anymore. And yeah, we probably shouldn't get, such political activists to play in these main roles. Maybe we'll get more established names, or hell, maybe we'll just pick more anonymous faces, like what we did with Lilo and Stitch. And instead of adapting something that has, like 7 problematic little people, we'll just have, little cartoon characters. We'll just have, the marketable faces like that. The shit that millennials and Zoomers will really gravitate towards. That's what we'll remake. Can't wait for Hercules to come out. Just can't wait for Black Hercules and a cucked version of Hades. God, that's going to be so great. It's going to be wonder. James Woods is still alive, but heaven forbid the type of shit that you try to make him read. But Hades for me is like a top 5, maybe even top 3 Disney villain, but I digress. I don't even want to think about that. We just want to, go back to somebody who's just equally as villainous. Rachel Zegler with that id interview, which, yeah, here it is. Like I said, I have it. And, well, we're not going to read much of it, mostly because it's one of the most glazing interviews I have read in a very long time. And you can even just tell by the title, Rachel Zegler, theater kid, based princess. Fucking, I don't know. I really don't know what's more atrocious of a headline, this one right here, or People with her revisionist history on the victimhood mindset. But this garbage that was, I don't know, filmed in her apartment, because apparently she's, beset on hard times where she can't even afford, clean or even intact clothing. But I guess it's a style or clothes that fit, because I don't know whose uncle she knocked over to steal those jeans from, but whatever, man. But I'm a theater kid and I got everything that she wanted. Okay. Ew, she talks about herself in third person like she's the fucking Rock. Like, what are we doing out here? This absolute nutcase. But yeah, no, this is all to celebrate and promote that stupid fucking Evita play, which, yeah, has very much rubbed people the wrong way. And it's so funny, right? Like, you'll put on a wig or you'll dye your hair that looks like a wig for a play, but you won't try to look the role for Snow White, huh? I find that to be a little interesting. But some people's priorities lie in different places, right? And stop with these like rolling ads. Like, what are we doing out here, bro? I don't care about your stuff over here at Forbes. But Rachel Zegler, yes, Evita performance is upsetting live theater goers. Well, what are we talking about right here? Zegler, yes, has faced several controversies over the past 3 years. The newest controversy surrounding Zegler, though, is Evita director Jamie Lloyd's, doing, okay, according to The Guardian. Zegler, who stars in, as Eva Perón, the second wife of Argentine president, yes, Juan Perón, in the Evita, performs her show-stopping tune, Don't Cry for Me, Argentina, on a balcony to fans in the street outside the London Palladium instead of inside the venue for the show's ticket buyers. Yo, giving this shit away for free, and people are still pissed off. Yo. As such, The Guardian reported fans have been assembling outside the theater on Argyle Street at about 9 p.m. every night the show is being performed. And I've seen a lot of tight shots, not exactly, big sweeping, oh my god, take a look at all of the people that are out here, but Rachel's singing, and the literally dozens of people are out there, and they're checking out the performance, and well, they're probably just wondering why the whiny refugee is once again making a stink. But this is in London after all, so they're probably offering up their spare room or a place to sharpen their machete, or even their wife in certain cases. But from some of the pictures that are down there, you probably got guys offering up their husbands. The Guardian, sampled some of the reactions on social media to Lloyd's bold move, including one user who wrote, "Sorry, are you saying I've paid $350, roughly $470 USD, for 2 tickets, and she's singing the biggest number outside at people who haven't paid?" Yeah. Metro UK also quoted some disgruntled social media users, including Marcus Gomez, 26 rather, who wrote, "I'm seeing it on Thursday, and I'm excited for the fact she's singing this outside, while everyone inside the theater will have to see it on screen. Kind of a ripoff for our money. Well, people who haven't got a ticket can see it outside for free." So yes, Rachel doesn't even need to hop on social media anymore to piss people off. But hey, at least she's doing something that she loves, pissing people off and wasting a lot of money. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time and Forbes membership offers, which I will not be signing up for, nor would I encourage you to. They just write a funny article every once in a while. But yes, I thank you very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. And don't cry for me, Evita. And don't cry for me, Argentina. I'm already dead inside. Take care, everyone.